give your e-certificate. Alright, so let us start now. Okay, again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all. Okay, I'm Tahira. Alright, how's everyone? Hope all of you are doing well. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. Okay, with us today we have Puan Haja Hanisa, Ketua Pengarah Kanan Bahasa from Jabatan Pendidikan Selangor, and also a few other SIC Plus and PPD officers. Alright, so not forgetting, we also have our two lovely presenters with us today, Puan Umavathy and also Puan Tasharina. Alright, so welcome everyone to our workshop, and hope everyone is ready to start with today's session. So before we start, let me introduce to you our presenters. The first one, Puan Umavathy, anak perempuan Govendan Kutty. Okay, she's been teaching since 1996. She holds a Bachelor of Degree in TESOL from University of Exeter, and she got her Masters from University of Malaya, and now presently teaching in SMK Sungai Kapar Indah, Klang. Alright, and the second one is Puan Nur Tasharina binti Harun. She's been teaching since 2009 and currently teaching in SMK Bandar Baru Sultan Sulaiman. Alright, and both of them are JU Jurulatih Utama Writing Forward Team for PPD Klang. Alright, so I welcome both of you. Okay, and I shall pass this session to both of you. Alright. Yes, Cikgu Uma, are you there? And Cikgu Uma and Cikgu, yes, Cikgu Tasharina.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, alright.
I'll share my screen and then start off. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, all right. Okay, hi and good afternoon. This is Uma, and it feels good to meet all of you in this sharing session. And this session, we're calling it Padlet and Making Writing Work. So this afternoon, Tasha and I are going to talk about this teaching tool called Padlet and attempt to demonstrate how it can be utilized to teach writing, especially when teaching online. All right. This Padlet is a great tool in getting students to collaborate, all right, in one place, which involves a whole class participation. So they can type out their response in the form of a text or even add links, videos, voice recordings or images. It is all then shown in one nice visual display for everyone to see. So it's not only the teachers who get to see, all the students get to see what their friends have written too. It is great for group work, brainstorming, projects, and also writing. Above all, it's absolutely free. And so who doesn't want something that's free and yet it comes with so many good features, all right? So we are going to take you through in using Padlet for a beginner. So let's get started. The Padlet app for Apple or Android on your phone. All right. Alternatively, you can go to the Padlet website on your computer. And thirdly, for us teachers, I think the easiest way is to use the Padlet app on your Google Classroom. All right, and then you get to create your own Padlet account, and you're on your way to make your first board, your first Padlet board. All right, now these are some ways to use your Padlet. All right, there are many ways. It all depends on your creativity. We can use Padlet for brainstorming. I did mention that it is a great teaching tool. All right, it can be used during a face-to-face lesson or online teaching. All right, so some ways are, okay, one of the first ways is brainstorming on a topic. All right, if you want to write an essay, you want your students to write an essay, you normally start with brainstorming on a topic. And perhaps some of you would have had lessons on writing where you ask pupils to write ideas on little sticky notes and then place them on the wall or on a big, large paper in order to collect ideas from the whole class. So Padlet actually provides a similar experience, albeit online, all right? So some of the other things that you can use Padlet for is to gather your students' work, to be used as an exit card or an exit ticket, book discussions. So when you talk about book discussions, you can definitely use it for literature, to discuss the plot or to discuss the character, all right? As a classroom newsletter where students, every student get to post part of the newsletter for note-taking, to complete the story, etc. So there are many, many other things you can use the Padlet for. It only really depends on our creativity. All right. Padlet works on a variety of devices. So it doesn't matter that if the student doesn't have a computer. All right. It also does not require the participants, which means you pick a Padlet account. All right, not necessary. They want to, they can. Your pupils can use their phones to respond to your Padlet, and they do not need a laptop computer as it requires no special technical know-how. All right, so it's very simple for us and for students. All right, next I'm going to show you how we use Padlet on Google Classroom. And as I said earlier, this is only one of the many ways. Using Padlet on Google Classroom is just one way. You can also use Padlet and then share the link. Share the link with your students via other platforms like WhatsApp or Telegram. So if your students are not into using the Google Classroom, it's okay. You can still use the Padlet. Students can just respond from the link given, all right? So what I've done here on this slide is I have snipped parts of the screen display and pasted them on my slide so that you can see what actually happens on the Google Classroom site when you try to install your Padlet. So we don't have to actually create in real time now. You know, I'm afraid that we may have interference from the internet speed and so on. All right. So the first step you have to do is log into your Google Classroom. All right, after you have logged in, you get this display on your screen. All right, you have to click on Guru. All right, Guru is here. And then, all right, click on Aplikasi. Aplikasi here. All right, once you click on Aplikasi, you get this screen. So applications here under Google Classroom. And the first one here is Padlet, all right? So you click on Padlet. All right, and then you get this sign up page, all right? Okay, I've told you that it's free. Padlet is absolutely free. So you can click on sign up here, all right, and create your first Padlet account, all right? All right, there are a few ways you can create your account. If you are going to use Google, which is the easiest, then you will have to click on sign up with Google, right? All right, then you'll be given a choice of the type of membership. One is basic, which is free forever, all right? And the other one is pro, where you will have to pay 12 ringgit a month. I'm sure most of us will go for the basic. All right, when you choose the basic, you will only be given 3 Padlets any time. So you can only have an account. All right, that's it. You can't add. You can add. What happen is you will have to delete one of your current Padlet board. All right. So I will talk more on this limitation towards the end of my presentation, what we can do to overcome this limitation, all right? All right, once you sign up and click free, what happens is the first Padlet is created for you. So this is the first Padlet that is kind of a default Padlet, all right? Without any content. So it's an empty board that has been created for you. And it will normally be entitled bookmarks, all right, bookmarks, and all right, with your name at the bottom because you've already signed up with your name, all right. This can then be modified according to your liking, all right. What kind of color you would like the wall to be, and you will now start to insert the title and descriptions and so on, all right. This is for the first Padlet. What happens is when you try to create a second Padlet, all right, it does not come out as default. So you will have to click on make a Padlet for your second and your third, all right? When you choose, when you are trying to do the second or the third board, what happens is you will be given this display, all right, to choose your layout. So there are about 8 layouts here. All right, you can go and explore when you have more time. I normally choose grid because I feel that it is quite organized the way the board is. So when your students respond, their responses will be organized in a nice grid. All right, okay. Next. Given to us, right? You click, the screen will look like this, okay? What you have to do is you have to the right-hand corner of your board, all right? And you will see this, remake, share, and you get to see these 3 little dots here, okay? This icon, you will have to click on that icon, all right? When you click on that, you will get a drop-down menu. Okay, this menu will appear, and what you have to do is you click modify. You click modify, which is at the bottom here. When you click modify, this is your time to actually name your board and put in descriptions according to the task that you are going to give to your students. So you can change the title, all right? Here, the present title, the default is bookmarks, all right? The description that is given in the default is made with a stroke of good luck, okay? And then there are no icons here. So what we can do is we can click here at the bookmarks, backspace, and add our own title, all right? All right, so I have actually modified this board. Okay, I've changed the title. So the title has been changed to Directed Writing Article. All right, then the description I've actually changed, all right, to last year's SPM Directed Writing Question. All right, you had an article about the Go Green Day for your school magazine. Icon, I just chose one. You can choose the emojis that are there, or you can also upload an image that's already in your computer, or you can go and search in Google something that has got to do with Go Green Day, a kind of picture that you can add. All right, all this done, and then you will choose your wallpaper. And there are many choices there. It's up to you whether you want something plain or you want something with patterns. You can choose, and then you click save. All right, I hope I'm clear so far. Having done that, okay, this is your board, which has been given a title, a description, and this is your wall. So this is the wall that I have chosen. This is how your screen for the board will be like. So the one that was given the default, the dark blue color, has been changed to this one. All right. So next, what we will have to do is to give the task. All right. I'm actually going to give the student the task. All right. So because I've got no questions here yet. You took part in a Go Green Day in your local area. The aim was to help people learn about the environment. You have decided to write an article about the Go Green Day for your school magazine. So what actually is the task? So if I want to add anything within the board, all right, I'll show you the previous slide. Okay, can you see this pink button here with the plus sign? I'll have to click on that. Okay, once you click on that, all right, this is what comes out, number 17. This is after you click on the plus sign. You can now type the assignment. All right, so there is a title here, and there is, you can write something here. All right, so you can give, for example, you only want them to write the introduction, or you want them to write the first paragraph. You can give them the content points here. All right, to do this, there are many ways. All right, you can upload something which you already have in your computer, paste a link, you can search on the internet, you can take a picture, or you can just type your text. All right, video recordings can also be uploaded. So in this case, I'm getting students to put up only text. All right, so this is what I've typed under the term title. Notes, information about the Go Green Day is I've given 4 content points for them to write on in one paragraph. So where it was, when it was, who organized it, who was involved. These were the first 4 content points given in the question in last year's SPM question. So I've just copied that here. So students can write one whole paragraph with all these 4 content points included. All right, so once you've done this, you go back to the right-hand corner and click on share. All right, this is the share icon here. You just click on share. All right, once you click on share, this is the menu that you get. All right, if you're interested in sharing it on Google Classroom and your students are very active on Google Classroom, you can just go and click on share on Google Classroom. There are many students who would prefer doing it via Telegram or WhatsApp because they don't have a proper laptop. What you can do is you can click on copy link to clipboard. All right, when you do that, the link will be copied onto your clipboard, and you paste in the link on your class Telegram chat group. Okay, you can do that. So when your students just click on that link, they are immediately directed to your board in your Padlet. All right, and then they can read the task and respond. So it's not necessary to actually go through Google Classroom, but I will go on after this to show how this is done in Google Classroom. If you're not using Google Classroom, it ends here. All right. After you choose share on Google Classroom, all right, this will appear. Click on choose class and you choose the class that you want the assignment to be assigned to. All right, so choose the class here. Next, click on action. All right, so this is the drop down menu you get on click on create assignment. So those of you who have been using Google Classroom, I think this is very easy. You know what to do. So at the bottom right hand corner, you just click on go when you're done. All right. Okay, once you've done that, you can create title and provide instructions. You can title and provide easy instructions for your students. Tell them to write a paragraph, you know, simple things like that. You can type here. Your Padlet has already been linked here. So when students go into their Google Classroom, all they have to do is to click on the link here and they're directed to your first board. All right. And then of course you click assign. Okay, I hope I'm clear so far. All right, so now I'm going to give you a glimpse of my Padlet. All right, so hang on. All right, this is the dashboard of my Padlet. Can you see my screen? Anyone? Yes?
Yes,
No?
yes, yes.
Okay. All right, so I have to take the one that I created first is this, okay, narrative, captivating introduction. All right, and then after that, I created this one on what I have been doing during the MCO. So you can see the first one is a more serious writing project. The second one is more of a journal writing kind of thing. And the third one, which I only created yesterday, and then I posted to my class this morning, is this one, grid. I'll show you the difference. I created it differently, so I'll try and show you the differences between the three Padlets. Okay, let's go to the first one. All right, so this is my Padlet, my first board. Okay, it's on narrative, captivating introduction. So this is my description. All right, write a captivating introduction for a story about two children who found a stolen laptop. They were unable to trace the owner because contact details had been erased from the laptop's memory. Okay, this question I actually adapted from a book. All right, okay, after having done that, I actually meant here. So this is all about writing an introduction for a narrative. So students only write the introduction. Okay, but I'm giving some input here. Right, read strategies in writing an introduction for a narrative. Then one strategy to write out an introduction for the question above. All right, so what if a PDF document on the different strategies of writing a introduction. This I will show you clearly later on my slide again, because this is all for you to actually see. All right, so I have some responses from my students here. You can see. Okay, for this one, I set that I give comments. Okay, there are many different kind of responses you can add to your particular board. You can either choose to give comments. So if you choose comments, you can comment. The other students can comment too. Okay, so this is more like a gallery walk or choose class in a wish kind of thing that you do in your CLE online. All right, so we can look here. All right, so I have actually commented on this response. All right, you can highlight their errors. You can also say what's nice about the response. You can say anything. All right, but I did not tell my students that they can comment too for this one. All right, so they don't know that they can actually comment. All right, so these are all the responses that I've got for this board. All right, okay, now I'll show you the one. Okay, what I have been doing during the MCO is a more relaxed kind of writing exercise that I've given them. Okay, so I just want them to share, right, what I have been doing during the MCO. Let's see. So I have posted here, right, read the article. Joe has been spending the extra time she has had. Then write in a few sentences some of the things you have been doing during the MCO. No grades. I will not correct errors here. Let's just share. All right, so what I did was I uploaded an article which I found on NIE. All right, so I uploaded. My students will be able to read what this girl has been doing during the MCO, and then they get to respond about their self. All right, so I did say that I will not correct mistakes. So what I chose here is not to comment, all right? I chose to rate. So if you can see here, there is a star and rate. Okay, what happens is I get to give my students stars, okay, whether 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars. And then the other students also get to give stars for their friends' writing. So if you look at this, for example, there are 5 stars. Okay, so the average rating is 5. My rating is 5. And the number 3 here actually shows how many people have rated this particular pupil's response. So that 3 people actually gave her stars. All right. If you look here, there are 5 stars. Again, average rating is 5. My rating is 5. And 4 students rated this girl's response. So this is more like a journal writing, quite easygoing, and then when they know that you're not actually going to, correct their errors, they're more than willing to post. And then I continuously ask my students to read, can get something out of that. All right, so you can see the difference between the first one and the second one. The first one, it was purely newspaper article. All right, so let's go to my third one. Okay, this is about grit. What I've tried here is, all right, grit. What do you think? What I did was listen to the TED Talk on grit, write your opinion on what she has to say. So what I did was to upload this YouTube video. All right, so this is the third type. All right. It's actually very easy. You just have to copy the link, all right? And then you, okay, for example, I'll just give you an example here. If I want to, okay, if you want to take something out from your computer, you just have to press upload, okay? Okay, for example, I want to take something from the YouTube. So I go to the YouTube and then I click share and copy the link. All right, so it will paste it on my clipboard. All I have to do is click on this and paste the link here. And immediately it will be uploaded. All right, so I'm going to throw away this one. So this was what I uploaded. All right, so when students get into this Padlet board, they click on this and they play, they will get to listen to this TED Talk. All right. Okay, so so far I've only got 3 responses. Okay, another thing I would like to highlight here is I chose the third type of teacher response here, okay, with this particular response. So not only me, but the other students can go and read the friend's writing and then click on like or not, right? So 2 people have responded like. One is me and one must be somebody else. And this remains anonymous. All right. So I can also add another text here. So hi, keep them coming. It is so nice to see that you have listened to the talk and that you're able to form your own opinions. Congratulations, you can read your friends' opinions and click like. You can add as many responses from yourself as you want, okay? So you don't have to limit to just one question as you go on, because in this particular method that I've chose for rating, you can't actually comment. So as a teacher, you can add more little responses if you want. All right. Okay, one more thing I would like to show you. All right, this part. Sorry. Okay, you can also decide to give students, okay, this is privacy, all right? For privacy, you can decide not to let people write, all right? You can just say only read, only write, or you can allow them to even edit, all right? All right, I think it's when you click on copy link to clipboard. No. I'll come back to this later, all right? All right. Okay. So these are my three Padlets that I've done so far. Okay. I will show you clearly. Back to my slides. Okay. So for the first one, what I've done again, I have snipped and pasted here so that you can see clearly. All right. This is my question. Okay, as I showed you. All right. This is my what you call the notes on introduction, strategies of introduction that I actually uploaded. All right, so there are a few strategies here with the examples. So how to start your introduction? Okay, firstly, you can start by focus on your main character, or you can start your introduction with a sound or a setting description, character description, the question, or a flashback. So students actually read this with the examples, and then they decide for the question that I've given, they decide on which particular introduction strategy they would like to use, and then come up with the introduction. All right, so I have an example here. I've cut, all right, because it's really long, so I've cut it into two with my comments, which were at the bottom. Okay, this was actually a response from student one, his name Darren. Okay, we see here the word anonymous. Okay, what happens is when the students don't register, do not sign up for Padlet, anytime they respond, it will come out as anonymous. So I get my students to write their name at the title. All right, so in this case, at the description, I told them to write out the strategy they were going to use. All right, okay, so this boy, Darren, he chose the flashback strategy, and he wrote his whole introduction here. So it was very nice, right, his flashback. Okay, so I have commented at the bottom, wow, Darren, this is nice. Try to use the past tense throughout though. This is a narrative, okay, because he kept moving on from present to past, all right? He had this problem with his tenses. And then he replied, thank you, teacher. I will try to improve on it. And then I went on, you know, this can go on and on. You can comment as you want at any time. So intro is so captivating. I can't wait to read the next paragraph. So that was my next comment. All right, we'll look at another student's response. Okay, this response is from student number 2. Okay, she has written her name and her strategy here. Hers is really, really long. So a good long intro. This was my comment. All right, reader able to visualize a few tense and spelling errors, but a good job overall. All right, so I did highlight the kind of mistakes she did, okay, with the correction, but I did not pick up everything, just a few. All right. I have another, okay, so this is my board on the MCO writing. Okay, this was what I uploaded, okay, and you can see the article here. This was the article that I uploaded as an image. All right, so this girl actually wrote about what she did throughout the MCO. So I wanted my students to actually read this and then reflect on how they spent their time. So I had many responses, so I've taken one from here. If you look at this girl's response, the word anonymous does not come up because she actually went and signed in. She signed into the Padlet account, so her name actually comes out. There's no anonymous here. I do not ask my students to sign up. It's up to them actually. All right. Some of them are willing to. So this is her really long response on what she did. All right. For this one, as I told you, I was not going to comment. I gave her a 5-star rating. I wasn't going to correct any errors. Okay. So I gave a 5-star, and there were another 2 other pupils who rated her response as well, and her average rating was 5 still. Okay. So coming back to the question, all right, of the limitation of the Padlet itself. Okay, so we are only given 3. What do we do? So what you can do is, okay, you may say that so much of effort gone into these 3 Padlets. All right. If I want to create another one, what I have to do is I have to delete. I have to delete one of the Padlets to get another one. So, but we should not let it go to waste. So what can be done is to save as PDF. Okay. And this PDF, you can save as PDF, you can save as image, or you can even print your Padlet. All right, and these features work really well. You can save it as a PDF and keep it in your desktop. You can then share it with your students. They can keep it in their desktop, or you can even get them to print. It's up to you. So it will not go to waste. So once you feel that all of your students have responded and you feel that's it, that's enough, you want to come up with a new Padlet, you can get to save the whole thing as a PDF. I can show you that again. All right, before that, let me show you how I did the PDF. All right. Okay, I've done one, but let me just show you here. Okay, when you click on share, all right, you go down, save as PDF. Okay, then you get something like, okay, pick the page style. All right, I'm going to choose A4 and I'm going to choose portrait and I'm going to publish PDF. And look how nice it is. Okay, everything is here. It looks like a newspaper, a newsletter. Okay, all my students' responses are here. It's beautiful. Everything is here. And you can get to share it with your students. You can send to them via Telegram. All right. If they like it, they can even print it out. There are many things you can do. All right. You can also save as image. So this last one here is print. Okay, if you want to print. I'd rather choose the PDF. Okay, this is the image. All right. Dark room in use. Do not enter. PDF is a little witty, all right? The kind of language is the kind of message they send you, all right? It's a little bit witty, right? It's nice to work with Padlet. So it's taking some time because it's quite a large file. So the best part about Padlet is that everyone in your class, all right? So this is the image. So PDF is nicer, right? Okay, so that's why I prefer PDF. Of course, you can enlarge it and everything, but with PDF, it is very clear, like a newspaper actually. All right. Okay, as I was saying, your whole class can get to see what everyone has written, um, what everyone has commented, and read through all the responses. But one challenge is, of course, to get everyone to participate and be engaged. All right, so that's a bit difficult. So we have to continue to seek out new ways. For example, I go into their WhatsApp group almost every day and remind them that they have to respond to this. All right, some students do it immediately. Some students take a long time. Some students wait for others to respond and then only come because they are a bit, shy, things like that. But I think this is better than having them come out in class and present. They are more willing to do this. All right. Many of my students, well, most of my students are not, how to say, very good in English language, but I'm very happy that they are able to come out and respond this way. So this is one way. Padlet is one tool that actually has done that, and I think it's a great tool, and it has helped me a lot during this online teaching. Right? Otherwise it's so difficult to get them to write something and send to me. In this case, you can actually compartmentalize your task. Okay. Later, Tasha will go on to show how she has created little tasks within one whole board. All right. Which I'm sure you will agree that Padlet is really a good tool. All right. Okay. So let me go back to. All right, so now this is my part. I've done my part. So Tasha is going to show you more features of Padlet. All right, she's going to show you got rating, about privacy, and a lot more. So let's welcome Tasha. Thank you very much.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Good day to the officers and to all the teachers who are joining today. So I am going to continue from where Puan Umar stopped. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay, I will start by addressing some of the questions that have been asked in the chat group. Okay, before I forget. Okay, the first one was there's a concern on the free package where Padlet only allows you to have 3 Padlets. Okay, 3 free Padlets. And Puan Umar has suggested that you can either delete or you can save it as PDF, image, or print the site. Okay, the other alternative that you can do is, and what I've been doing is, I sign up with another account. Okay, so I sign up with another Google account. So I have 2 Padlet accounts and I have 6 Padlet sites available. Okay, so that's one. Okay, another way you can do is, okay, I'm just going to show you the dashboard. Okay, this is my dashboard. Okay, I have 3 Padlet sites. Okay, another way you can do is you can archive one of the sites. Okay, I would not suggest you to archive the sites because, okay, I have archived okay, yeah, as you can see, my archive sites have gone missing. There are actually 3 archive sites and I made a mistake of sending them here and I can't unarchive it. Okay, and I did not manage to print it out or to save it. So I lost some evidence there on my students' work. So that's such a waste. So please do not delete, do not archive, print it out, save it as image, or you can make another account, another Padlet account. That would be great. Okay, so that you have all the sites available to you. Okay? All right. Okay. So I'm going to continue with the next question. How to insert feedbacks. Okay, this I will explain further because I'll be continuing on explaining some of the features that you might want to use that could be useful when you are setting up your site. And there's another question that asks, can students' essay be pasted or transferred from Google Form or Google document onto the Padlet? Yes, you can. You can just copy the student's work and paste it by making a new post on the site, and you have to post it as a student's name. Okay, I have one student, she couldn't log into Padlet, so she just typed on the chat group, and I copied her answer and I copied it onto my site under her name. So that's also possible. Yeah. Okay. So let me just log out again. Okay, so what we are doing today is not to teach you how to teach writing. We're actually teaching you how to use Padlet as a means or a platform to teach writing during MCO, because we know it's really, really difficult to get the students to write. What more, we are now not seeing them on a daily basis. So we think that Padlet could be one of the useful ways to get them to write. Okay, even though it's just a few lines, not the whole essay, at least we're trying to make writing work, right? And this can also be our evidence for our, for our work, keberhasilan, or we need to do our PBD in class. So these are all our evidence. Okay, so I'm going to sign up with my Google account. Okay. All right. Okay, so like Puan Uma has mentioned, so you will be given all this, right? You have the Make a Padlet button, Join a Padlet, Gallery, Upgrade, okay? So I have used all three, so these are my Padlets. I will share with you later, but first I'm going to go on explaining the features, okay? So if you want to make a Padlet, you click here, all right? And I can't click here anymore because it's full. So let me just show you my first Padlet site that I have created when we were informed of our MCO. Okay, I really wanted to teach writing because I feel like it's not satisfying. Even though we're at home and they're at home, we still can teach writing. So I chose Padlet, and this was my very first site that I created on continuous writing. Okay, and I did this for my Form 5 class. Okay, and I actually have I have compartmentalized all the points, okay, which is requested in the question. Okay, so I actually included this photo. You can do this. Okay, I'll show you how. Okay, let's say this is your column. Okay, you can click here. You can pick file. Okay, if you have the photo in your laptop or your phone. But if you don't have any, okay, you can click on these three little dots. There you go. Upload from computer. You can enter a link. You can search images, videos from Google. Okay, let's say you want to search COVID. Okay, so click images, and you have all these pictures, and you just click it and it will appear. Okay, any related photos that you want to be included into your site. Okay, if you want to take a photo from your camera, you can do so, just like your handphone. Okay, you want to capture video. Okay, if you want to include any links from YouTube, okay, that's also possible, just like Puan Uma has showed. Okay, you can also record your voice. Okay, I personally love this because, it's so satisfying, right? To actually have your voice recorded on the site and let your students listen to you so that, the message is conveyed very clearly, especially on giving instructions. Okay, and then you can record your screen. You can even doodle. Okay, you can even get your students to doodle on the screen if you are asking them to give responses, or you can actually doodle yourself if you plan to do so. For example, share your thoughts or hello, good day. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, and you can also include your location, and you can link to one of your other Padlets. Okay, that means you have other Padlets and you want your Padlets to be in this current Padlet because it's related, you also can do that. Okay, so this is what I did with my students. Okay, essay writing. It's like welcome, and I said task to be completed by Thursday, but trust me, when it comes to writing, normally the duration is being stretched. So I finally get all my students to submit their essay in a duration of probably 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, it's okay as long as they want to write, they want to respond, and you do not stop encouraging them and get them to write. Okay, and this is the task. I choose this specific layout because I think it'll be easy for the students to follow. Okay, all right. First, welcome. Okay, next. Oh, this is the task. Okay, this is the question. This question I took it from the site. So what kinds of activities held outside school you would recommend to teenagers to be involved in so that they will become better individuals? Discuss. Okay. And I also have given some comments and questions, some pointers for them to read, okay, so that they'll get a better idea of what is requested of them, what they have to write, okay. So I've given them some examples outside school activities, okay, for them to have an idea, right? And then what could be the top 4 activities for teens, just giving them some pointers, some guides, okay. And then I move on to my instruction. Okay, read the question and comments before you decide to write the essay. Draw an outline or draft your essay first before you start writing. Okay, step by step. Okay, remember to write 5 to 6 paragraphs. Okay, and 1 paragraph each for the introduction and conclusion. And yes, this is just a reminder because they're in Form 5, so they should know how to write an essay, minimum of 5 paragraphs or 6 paragraphs, and what have to be in the essay. And I've given an introduction for them to start. It's so difficult to get them to start writing. So hopefully with the introduction, it gets the ball rolling so they have an idea. Okay, so I've given them a simple introduction and they will start with the first point, and I've guided them by giving them the first linker, first and foremost. Okay, and I've also provided some connectors or devices that they can use, okay, to organize their essay more properly. So that will be smooth, easy to read. And I've also included some idioms or proverbs which they can use when necessary. Okay, so I've given some which are related to the essay that they're writing. So because I always remind my students, you need to have at least 1 or 2 idioms or proverbs or sayings. Okay, and then I move on to how for them to submit the assignment. Okay, so after you have done your essay, snap a picture of it and send it to the link that I will provide. So I actually created another Padlet site for them to send in their essays because I want all the essays to be gathered there, and it's easy for marking, and it's also easy for me to come back to it and as an evidence, as I said, okay, of students' work. And so I close it by all the best and some reminders. Okay, you can write this essay in your book, this is your index, and you can start writing. Okay, so this particular site is just a question, so no responses here. Students' responses will be gathered on another site. So that means this site, I can use it anytime I want with different classes. I can adapt it, and it's also durable. I can use it for years, okay, as long as it's there. All right, so this is where they submit their essay. Okay, yes, it's a bit all over the place because I chose a different layout. So this was the essays, okay, because they snap their picture, the picture of the essays, and they write their name here. Okay, like what Umar said, anonymous will appear because you do not have the account. So I said you write your name at the title column. Okay, and I have chosen the comment and like feedback for this particular site. Okay, and how do you do that? You can go here, okay, these 3 buttons. Sorry, not that one. Okay. Okay, it seems not to be here. But there should be the setting button where you can modify. Okay, I don't know why it's not appearing. Okay, but it should be here. All right, you can modify, you can choose types of feedbacks that you want. So this is answering one of the questions, how to insert feedbacks. There are stars, there are lights, there are grades, you can give grades to your students, and there are comments where you can write comments for your students. And the one that you're seeing here, this is the current task that I've given them, okay? And this is the question. And I have included my voice recording, okay? So my question was, this was for yesterday because I had a class with them yesterday. The Prime Minister had announced that we are now in the Recovery Movement Control Order. So what is your opinion about this? Share what you think are the best ways Malaysians can do to help reduce the number of COVID-19 cases. Type away. So this is also another type of writing activity. Okay, you don't limit to just directed writing, continuous, even journals, personal responses, that also considered writing. Okay, and let's listen to what I have recorded because you know, I think, like I said, it's easier and it's more satisfying to get your message across when you actually speak to them, right? So my students, so I have shared today's task. It's really instruction. For responses, you can type away a paragraph as long as you want. You can put photos related to your responses. You can doodle. You can record your voice in addition to your responses. All creativities are accepted. So I really hope to receive your responses by 10 a.m. and I can't wait to read them. So time away. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's simple, very simple. And once I noticed, once I include these voice recordings, the responses keep on coming. So I believe in what I have mentioned. So when you record, they hear your voice, they actually understood well. Okay, so these are all their responses, and I did not have time to comment yet. But for this side, I added the like and also the add comment button. And they have written their names at the top so that I can identify who is writing. Okay, so this was this is the site for my Form 4. Okay, my Form 4. So I name it as Form 4 Angry Online Board. So I get all their work, their responses streamed here. Okay, all right. Next, okay, this is another activity that I did, and I've used this for 3 classes. Okay, so this is also continuous writing. This is Form 5 class. Huh? Okay, I took the Selangor SPM trial paper 2009. The question says, a healthy lifestyle. Write why it is important to you and how you can keep yourself healthy. I think it's important to be selective in the type of questions that you use, that you choose, because we have to understand that they're at home with limited guidance, only us. So for them to write an essay on very serious topics, very structured, I don't think that will really help. So I choose topics that, you know, they can think for themselves, that is closely related to their daily life. Okay, just like the previous one, outdoor activities. And this one, I choose a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so I have separated the paragraph to each column so that they know, okay, this is what you have to write in your introduction. And this is your content point 1, content point 2, content point 3, and this is your conclusion. Okay, so I have given some pointers, some help so that they'll be able to write. Okay, and I've also included my recording, okay, my voice, because the students say it's easier, teacher, you record your voice to hear. Okay, so just a little play on that. So I comment with the students. So this is the site I'm sharing with you with regards to grading. Okay, this is a trial last year. So let's see if you can answer this question. What I have done is that I have unpacked the question to some parts so that you be able to write the essay. And I have provided some clues or some pointers how you generate your ideas. And I have also separated points into paragraphs so that you be able to come up with a complete essay. Okay, so that's how it goes. And some students, they choose to type straight away under each column. That's fine. And I've also chosen comment as the type of feedback, and also grade. Okay, you can grade the students' work. Okay, it's all in the setting. Okay, you'll be able to do that on the top right of your site. Okay, let's see if it's here. No, it should appear modified. I'm not sure why it's not appearing. Okay, and I've also set up another column for students who actually wrote in their essay books, and they can snap their essay and submit it here for me to check. So these are some of the new ones I've received as of last night. So some of them I have marked, some of them I haven't read, I've checked. Okay, so these are theirs. And I've also included another column on suitable idioms or proverbs that you can use in your essay. So they can click on this link and it will bring you to this, so they can read what suitable proverbs or idioms that they can use in their health essay. Okay, and there's another one here, activity for them to do, to just match the meaning of the proverb with the meanings of the proverbs. And if they think they want to use this, they can use it in their essay. So it's always good to give them guidance and explanation so that they will not be left alone to write, because we all know writing is an uphill task, especially for students. They dread writing so much. So we try to create a non-threatening environment for them using Padlet, because to me, Padlet, it's a very interesting tool. I personally love the interface, and I think it's very easy to handle, and I think students too, they love it, something different. Okay, so hopefully we will not stop using Padlet when school resumes. So as I said, writing is a process. So you can use Padlet during pre, while, or post. Okay, so you can use this as an exit card, like what Uma has mentioned, brainstorming ideas before they start writing an essay. And also like this, the while writing. So you give them the whole thing, but it's guided. Okay, so this can also be part of the differentiation strategies, and your students can always contact you if they need any help, if they have any questions. Okay, all right. I'm going to show you the last one. Okay, this one I've just come up with this site. I'm yet to give this to my students because I don't think I want to give them this yet, but I have prepared this. Okay, so this is on directed writing article, but only on expanding on content points, because we know for Form 5, students have problems expanding their points, and we want them to write at least 1 or 2 sentences for their content points, and so that they will have more marks in their language. Okay, I've taken this question. This is one of the trial paper last year. I can't remember which state, I'm sorry. But also I chose a topic or an essay question that is not difficult, something that they already know, and they have to just work on it. So this is about article, the title is The Importance of Weight Management. Okay, something that they already know, something that they know how they can maintain their weight, how to stay healthy, and even all the points they can relate to. So it's not difficult. So even if they have to write it on their own, they will be able to write. Okay, and again, also I have included my voice recording. Okay, and I've given example for each paragraph. Okay, because there are 12 content points. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 content points. So I have grouped them 3 points in each paragraph. So we have 4 paragraphs of content points. So I have actually written the content points, they have to expand the points. So the first one, there are many reasons for obesity. Firstly, it is caused by genetics. So this is the first content point. Okay, and I've given an example. Some people are born overweight due to genetic influence. Other reasons include, and this is where they have to include the points. So this is more simple, more guided, and more suitable to average and below. Okay, so we can give them a sense of achievement. That means they can write, and it's non-threatening. Okay, and you're always there to guide them. And also, it's always good to give a duration of time for them to complete this. We cannot expect them to finish in one day, except if your students are really good. So my students are all average and below, and teacher's guidance is really needed. So this is the least I can do to help them to do writing during MCO. Okay, there's another site that I have accidentally archived. I did it for my Form 3, PT3, on the short message section. I took one question from the close-up textbook, okay, and I uploaded it to the site, and I made it such that it resembles the short message question. Okay, this is for my week class. Sadly, only 2 students responded, but I'm very proud of them. I'm so happy that they responded, because as you know, for them to actually go online to try this new thing, to respond in full English, that's an effort. So I say thank you very much for trying. And for me, that's my very valuable evidence, but I actually lose it. So don't make the same mistake as I did, okay? Okay, I've done with all my sites. Okay, yes, I would like to share one more part. Okay, for Padlet, you give general feedbacks. Okay, that means no marking, right? You give comments, you type the comments, you say, oh, very good, improve on your tense, improve on this and that. But as a teacher, you need to mark, right? You really need to mark. And the red pen is like your best friend when you're doing writing. So I'm just going to share what I did is that I go to this Sodo app site. Okay, I'm sure some of you already know. So I click, it's Sodo, okay, it's xodo.com. So you click launch now, it's free. Okay, so you open a file, and this is the essay that I downloaded from my Padlet site. Okay, and it's here. Okay, you need to rotate it, and you're good to go. You can mark as it is. Okay, on your tab, on your phone, if you have a stylus pen, that's even great. Okay, you click here, choose the color, the thickness of the pen, and yes, okay, good, good. Okay, squiggly line, omission, right? And then you can save it and you can return it to your students once you have done. Okay, this is just a part of it, right? Okay, and you can also download this on your phone, Zodo app, and you can give immediate feedback. If your students send you an essay or summary, you can straight away mark, and you can give it back to them. Okay, is everyone okay? Are you following? I hope I'm not too fast. Okay. Right now, I would like to share with you one site, and I would like all of you to try posting something on the site. Okay. Okay, where is it? Okay, right now I'm going to share with you this site in the chat box. So I need everyone to just click on the link and come to the site. And for you to post anything, you can click on the pink button at your bottom right, and you can type. Okay, you can type, you can doodle, you can record your voice, you can upload any photos as responses to the question. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. Okay, do you get it? Okay, so I need everyone to just click on the link, have a go, and yeah, be creative with Padlet, and I'll be sharing your responses, okay? Oh, wow, thank you. A lot of responses have come in. Yeah, okay, so this is how you will feel when your students respond to your site, okay? Thank you, everyone. This is so lovely. And someone, a teacher actually uploaded his selfie here. So hopefully the use of Padlet will not stop. Okay, we can continue using it once school resumes. As you know, our students all have their tools. They have their handphone, they have the internet connection. So you can actually assign this as homework, a task that they can do at home, where they have all their gadgets with them. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, thank you for the responses. And of course, having said that, you know, the Padlets have some limitations. We just have to know how to, you know, work on it and trying to make it work for our students and ourselves, and especially in writing. Okay, and here, oh yes, before I forget, there's another feature that I think is very useful. Okay, if you go to your dashboard, you can see this button here, gallery. Okay, you can click here, and there are many stunning Padlets examples from the Padlet team and the user community. So you can choose any Padlet that you think is useful, that is related to what you want to teach your students, or it's just a sharing session with your students on any topic. Okay, you can click here. Okay, all kinds of things, right? And one, yeah, this one attracted my attention, letter to a friend. So I'm going to click this. Okay, so this is an example of a letter from this particular person who is currently overseas. So this is also good as an exposure to your students, so they can see real photos of these places. Okay, and this can also be one of the teaching materials. Okay, you can use this as reading, an example for writing. Okay, so yes, try to explore Padlet. It's very useful. Baking conference introductions, okay, if you want students to see how baking is done, or, you know, teaching them. Oh, this is just pictures. Okay. Okay, and you can even embed this site to your site, okay, by copying this link and just copy it to the site, okay? And another point that I need to highlight, okay, if your student is giving you their essay like this, that means they snap the picture, okay, you can click here and you can see the download button, so it will be automatically downloaded to your laptop. And then you can use the Zodo app and open this essay for you to mark. All right? Okay, so I think I have done my part. Hopefully what Puan Uma and I have humbly shared today will be beneficial to everyone. We're not teaching teachers how to teach writing. We're teaching you and sharing with you how we can use Padlet to teach writing, especially. Okay, and I'm sure all of you are very creative. All of you know what you want to teach your students, so use Padlet to do that, and hopefully for the benefits of all our students. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you from myself and Puan Umar, and thank you to everyone who stayed for almost 1.5 hours to hear this sharing session. Okay, Puan Umar, do you have anything to say?
No, just thank you. Thank you, everyone. That's all.
Okay, yeah, there are no more questions, right? I've answered the 3 questions. Okay, and don't forget to sign your attendance. I think